Hey traders, happy Sunday. Hope you're having a good one. Just going live, doing what I do. The post-birthday stream, right? That's what it is. I'm incredibly, you could say I'm hungover, man. Big time. I did survive. It was a wonderful birthday weekend. We went live yesterday so I could pay back those debts. Dang, man, listen to my voice, how low it is right now. I wish my voice always sounded like this. Yeah, man. Bitcoin's classic bullish divergence, I guess, playing out where it's rallied some, but still inside of that range. Really interesting where it is right now and what it's been doing for the past 4, 8, 12, almost 16 hours, testing $11,485. You know what that is. It's this high right here, this wick from October 10th, man. But you got to remember why I plotted it. We had a pretty decent discussion about it, but you have to go all the way back to November 27th, November 29th, 2017. First time in history that it was a huge spinning top, man. Huge spinning top. So it was created before a reversal to the downside for another rally. And ever since then, it's acted as an area where price action correlates to it, right? It's a long time ago, So, just January 2018, and then you got February and March of 2018, and now here we are, right? We're just touching it again. It's a resistance right now. Bitcoin's up $100 on the day, almost 1%. But unfortunately, I think if we look at the Bitcoin futures chart, let's just go to the futures that are all open now, right, as of 8 minutes ago. Here we go, right? Top left, S&P mini futures up 0.41%. Having the gap up, right? The Dow Jones bottom left 0.35% up, and the Nasdaq top right up 0.63%, and it's just climbing right now. So I think there is talks of a stimulus bill. I think even Nancy Pelosi's tweeted about it being probable that there would be a relief package or stimulus bill signed before the election. So maybe with that info, and she's got a lot of pressure on her to get this done because it's kind of ridiculous. American people need the stimulus checks, I guess, right? And so for sure. And nothing's happening. So maybe on that is why we're getting some positive price action out the gate. So look at Bitcoin, bottom right of your screen, up 0.15%, where we closed the gap on Friday, 11,375. We're currently sitting at 11,530. So you think, will that fill, man? Will that gap fill? Whew. So the stimulus talks, that could be the catalyst for now. But hey, man, earnings season is here. So better be careful. Got some notable earnings coming up this week as early as tomorrow morning. Let me try to find that schematic real quick. All right, here we go. All right, so at open, Halliburton, energy company will be reporting, and then after close, Logitech, IBM, PPG, paint company, they'll be reporting. And then look, we got Procter & Gamble on Tuesday before the bell, Texas Instruments, Netflix, I think Snapchat or Snap Incorporated, whatever, Verizon on Wednesday, Discover, Netgear, right? Lots of names here, dude. So if you're in a trade, remember, earnings can kill your trade. So you just got to be mindful. Always know when earnings is going to be for whatever position you're in, okay? Xilinx, semiconductor companies, also on Wednesday with Tesla and Chipotle. Big names, man. And then, Thursday, Coca-Cola, AT&T, American Airlines, Southwest Airlines, Capital One, COF, Samuel Adams, Intel, and Friday, American Express and others. So yeah, man, big week ahead of us. A lot of uncertainty, man. What's gonna happen, dude? No one really knows. Okay. What's up, Coffee Crypto, man? Yeah, thank you all for the birthday wishes Friday and Saturday. I mean, just whenever you wish them to me. I really appreciate it. 33 now. And, yeah, I don't feel any different. I feel pretty good. I mean, besides, being a little hungover, a lot hungover, everything's good, man. So let's see if Bitcoin can break 11,485. And then, you think if it breaks that, it's going to 11.6 to test the top again. And if it breaks that, man, it makes all the sense in the world where if this range broke the upside, 11,972. That's pretty much the major peak. That's like the high that you tested August 2nd, August 10th, you exceeded August 17th, and then September 1st, right? But many times that's where you're headed if you break this range to the upside, for sure. If you break to the downside, you may not get to the measured move because there's a very critical support at 10,952. We know that very well back from October 24th, 2019 and February 13th, 2020. That right angled descending Briding Formation sell wall, or that the top part of the pattern, that would be it. So we got targets on both sides. But it is technically, if you're going to call it anything, it would be a bullish rectangle, even if it goes to the downside, because the criteria is met. The impulse before it was bullish, and that's why it's a bullish rectangle. If you flipped it over and the impulse was down first and you started creating this, then that would be what? A bearish rectangle. All right, doesn't mean it's always going to go to the upside. There's only the game of probabilities, never a game of certainties. Remember, the same low, and impending price action versus the upside, you're getting it, not taking you very far, but it's still playing out. All right. Whereas you just had hidden bullish divergence that got you the rally for the dump. The classic comes in right after. We looked at a few altcoins yesterday. We can do that again today. We looked at Ethereum that was showing the hidden bullish divergence. We talked about this yesterday, man. Open log scale, sorry. So, yeah, impending price action, continuation, the upside implied. You got it, man. You got it, but it's not taking you very far. Eventually you'd think we would see 389 again. I think if we see 389 again, the probability gets really high that we break to the upside and we see 416 after that. Just because, right? This is bullish consolidation for now. It seems like, of course, if Bitcoin dumps, it's going to dump to the downside too, like every other altcoin. But you got to be a little optimistic about Ethereum just because of the trend it's in and what it is, the ascending triangle, the double bottom stuff. Yeah, and you break the sell wall, again, 416 and 444, then 487. Okay. What's the 100% measure move of this? I haven't even done that. It's like, man, it's huge. It's a very large structure, man. That 100% measure move takes you all the way up to 465. As we know, most ascending triangles only go about 70% of the way through the measured move. So we're looking around 443. And that makes perfect sense because there's that peak that looked alive from August 14th and August 17th. Okay, so that pretty much is the target area if we can catch some bids and break the sell wall. Interesting stuff. Yeah, Wolfman, for sure. All those ETH tips, man. Big time. So it wasn't just Ethereum that was looking okay. Now Litecoin, if you can even believe it, everyone got deflated. But now what could be happening is an inverse head and shoulders, some sort of inverse head and shoulders, where you pretty much almost, man, at this point you could say one valley, two valleys, three valleys going on. You had hidden bullish divergence like Ethereum. It's not really playing out that much. Really, really nice bullish pin bar, but it didn't really do anything. Speaking of pin bars or hammers, remember OMG? That played out, man. TA got respected, the bullish divergence and the bullish hammer. It's only gone up from there, as we talked about yesterday. It's great, man. It's up 3.63%. We'll go to that after this just to look at it. But I don't know, man. It just doesn't look bad. This does not look bad. This consolidation structure adds to the 886, the bullish shark, where this was the absolute optimum entry. If you're, patron, you could still be in this, and you just had to be patient. Just look, just using your imagination here. What's going on with it, right? left shoulder. So it doesn't matter what you call it, because like they're all, right? This is all the same narrative. Like, okay, if it plays out, it's going to the upside, right? And now the neckline you think is like 51 bucks. Got a pretty perfect neckline here on Litecoin. So this might be another entry level. Really, this might be like where one could add to their position. If one was in here, one could average up, just because look at that. I mean, it's pretty nice. But again, nothing matters if, you know, Bitcoin dumps, man. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin dumps. Okay, so this is cool. Higher consecutive higher lows now. Third time's a charm. 2 real peaks, I guess, too. So that's potential 3 rising valleys, potential inverse head and shoulders, whatever you want to call it. They both, if either one played out, they're both implying upside, and that you're looking around $60. Okay. What if you just did the measured move of this? Or where does that take you? I mean, right around 60 bucks, man. That's makes too much sense, right? That's the way price action works, right? Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down between them. And then if you can't break it, you sell off. So, like, this market for weeks now has been showing sellers, you know, with all their work and effort, the sellers have been getting exhausted. And now it just seems like a low and slow consolidation. And they still look like they're ready for a major retrace to the upside, just to make common retraces, deep retraces, whatever, before selling off again. We don't know if this is going to usher in higher prices than we got in, you know, August and July. So, but good enough for a trade. All right. It's not just Ethereum. It's not just Litecoin. All right, OMG. So fun how we talked about it yesterday, all right? And it was just almost like a rant I went on, where it's like, what else has to happen, man? What else has to happen besides a beautiful textbook bullish hammer and bullish divergence? That's a buying signal on a traditional market. So on a non-traditional market, it seems like it's played out for now. You know, that can be as good as it gets. You know, it doesn't go any higher. But the good news is kind of, well, what's happened right at the inverse head shoulders? But on the right shoulder, you maybe now just have a, you know, potential little higher low double bottom. So this is not bad. This is the same thing we talked about Litecoin. Like, it's right. You went through a massive correction. You've been consolidating since September, right? How long is this consolidation? Let's just talk about the correction. You know, you've been in a correction for 58 days now, 2 months. So it's not over. It wasn't over yesterday, but we were getting a little just like, what else, man? I mean, it's the bullish hammer, got to play, you know. So it's done it, but now it is time to rally, right? The bids have come in somewhat, but it's time. There's no more. It's not time to dump again. Like, this is it, dude. Okay, you have consecutive higher lows now from the bottom. So we know, you know, way up here, like $7 almost, or at least 580 is where it could be headed. I mean, well, first off, at least to the top of the consolidation structure, if this is real, 440. And if you can ever, you know, that's going to be another test, right? You break that, then yeah, you think we could see 580, or maybe where traders settled up that day in late August, 547, 550. Okay, this is good, man. This is great. Whew. It's rough, dude. I'm just happy to be here with all of you. About 500 people. You know, it's Sunday. People are spending time with their families. There's not, I mean, Bitcoin's volatility has been very blah. If you just want to switch to it real quick so you can see how blah it's been, it's terrible. BVol, a Bitcoin volatility index. Here it is. We are just at the lower echelon of this major range, which is all it is, right? I mean, you know, we're sitting where we were in April of 2017, sitting right around the area where we were March of 2019, February volatility. So here we are, man. All right. So you'd think that if TA is anything on this, which I don't really know, we're just looking at it, right? It's just volatility oscillates. Okay, so you think if you're at the bottom part of the range, then eventually we will someday, soon, at some point, right, get another big green volatility candle where we make it to the top again. That's the way it's gone since its history. I mean, since it was created in January 2017. So eventually, man, it's going to do this again, right, and hit up here, because it always does, man. Okay, volatility's coming. Oops, the heck. So yeah, man, I mean, let's look at, maybe it's been 10 minutes. Yeah, it has. Let me see this delayed Bitcoin futures chart. Is there a daily gap? There is. Now, it just depends how you look at it. You know, if it's wick to wick. No, there's no gap. I mean, really. I mean, people could argue and say that's close enough to filling. Again, this is just Bitcoin futures on the daily, where one gap never filled at 96.50. And now we're just creeping on up. We've hit 11,745, which is a major resistance. And above that, man, is 12,545. So is Bitcoin futures flagging? On the 4-hour, it certainly looks like it. Where'd my work go? Of course it didn't save. Well, here's the 4-hour. A gap is definitely there. Don't know why. Maybe it's just part of the Great Purge when all my work got screwed. But this is a beautiful bull pull bull flag combination going on after an ascending triangle breakout. And of course, the hidden bullish divergence is there undeniably. It's there, chat. Pending price action, continuation, the upside implied. Not bad. What's up, XMD, man? Yeah, Bitcoin's a tech stock. That's the meme here. That is the joke. It certainly is a tech stock at this point. I mean, it's the way it is so synced up with equities, but mainly tech equities. That's a beautiful flag, man. It doesn't get better than this. It's high and tight, too. High and tight flag after testing a resistance, and if you break the resistance, I mean, yeah, there's the local highs, right? 12,200 is definitely there, and that could definitely be a major reversal point. Since August 7th and September 1st, we saw that in reverse there. So that would probably be your target here. Okay. Techities. There you go, dude. Sharknado. Perfect. So, you know, just looking at BVol. Let's look at... give me a sec. Let's go to total, right? I haven't looked at total in a while. Yeah. Total's good, man. I mean, total, you know, in a way it's just like higher lows. I love how $323 billion market cap was tested, triple bottomed there before rallying to higher prices, and now that resistance at 347 billion is being tested as support, just like it was at 323. So you really want to see us, you know, you don't want to, oh, hey, head and shoulders, man. We got to make a higher high, man, at this point. You know, if you've tested, right, we had the divergence here. It's playing out, but it's very weak, man. You got to get higher than 355 billion on this. If we're just talking about pure technicals, this is, you know, all the crypto combined. So, again, it's like, is it how TA is respected on this? All right, look at this resistance. I mean, July 9th, 2019, 348 billion. We're above that now. That's great. You think the next target eventually be 376 billion. That was in June 26, 2019, when Bitcoin was sitting around $14,000. I think that's pretty spectacular for the crypto market. So just higher lows, man. It was a kind of symmetrical triangle. It broke out. It was like spot price. Very interesting. So similar to Bitcoin. Okay. Jason, we already looked at Ethereum, man. Wow. Holy crap. It was the second asset I looked at. So yeah, we can look at the futures chart on TradingView for at least the S&P 500. Well, we knew what was going on here. The impending price action continuation, the upside implied. You got it, and you haven't gone very high yet. If that's a new high, I mean, you could say maybe this is flagging. I don't know, though. I don't think there's enough data to really say exactly what's going on, right? I mean, that could definitely be what is developing, a flag of some sort. You know, many touches on the top, one on the bottom. If that's the case, man, holy crap, look out for a roaring rally to all-time highs if this was actually to play out, man. Pretty wild. And yes, how about that, right? If there's a flag on S&P futures, how is there a flag on Bitcoin futures?
VeChain's starting to do things again.
Yup.
Might have bottomed there, but it might still be avid till a proper trade zone hits. Glad you had a good B-Day, Tom.
Yeah, in the forest. Thanks for the 1337. Appreciate that contribution, man, and the birthday wishes from yesterday and the day before. You and the wifey. Yeah, VeChain is up 5.43%. The thing is, with the adjustments, I don't think it's broken out of that descending broadening wedge. So we'll look at it, but man, just keep your eye on the S&P futures. That doesn't look too bad. Broke a mega resistance. Hasn't even back tested it yet, which it could, which is 34.27. But man, if it breaks this, wow, that's the pull right there. That's a pretty large pull. Right there. If it broke out, your target's like 3,700, 3,706. Huh? What? Yeah. Also look at this like a channel too. I'm sure at this point, it looks really nice. I'm just talking this. I'm gonna delete it, but let's see how we. Yeah, that might be it right there. Something like this. It's the channel, man. All right, nice uptrend. It's getting a little weird here, but okay, uptrend going on. What was it? VeChain? Yeah, we can just do the sound clip, I guess, for old time's sake. Well, actually, hold on. No, you have broken out. My goodness, you have broken out. Sorry. You take a, you take an evening off. You don't monitor these every second, man. They can do things, but yeah. A higher low has been painted. We're back above 1.1009 cents. Very important. Very important. Nice line all the way back. The Walmart rumor high, I believe. Yes. June 25th, 26th, 2019. That was Walmart rumor stuff. It was crazy, man. So the fact that you're back above, that's good. And the higher low is good. But we've got to make higher highs.
BTC plus ETH both looking like burning poop rocket. Happy B-Day as well. Party face, party popper.
Thanks, Sharknado, man. Well, if we're gonna look at, I don't know, any BTC pairs at $10 minimum. Sorry, dude. Yeah, dude, that's just the trading pairs, man. I don't keep up with them. This just inefficient market to trade. It's crypto's already inefficient as it is, but to look at the BTC pairs, man, it's just a rule. It's like a precedent that got instilled this summer because of so many S-Coin requests, right? So thank you, man. But yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they look terrible, right? BAT to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's outperforming BAT. So yeah, that chart's going to look awful. BAT to Ethereum looks awful because Ethereum is outperforming BAT. BAT is like a stable coin. BAT is stuck in a range its whole life, pretty much. I don't know if BAT could actually ever really have a huge markup in price and then have price discovery. I don't know. It's just a token, so no idea, man. BAT's a weird one, kind of like XRP. Underperforms. It does have trades and it has blast offs, but it always comes back down and returns to the mean, right? So we do have a breakout here on VeChain for now, after the adjustment. There was daily classic bullish divergence, if I remember correctly. Yes, there certainly was, right here on the MACD. And I really like here how we're above that 200-day moving average. Looks like we were testing it a couple times. Now we're trying to break back away from it. This is good.
Mitch, hope you had fun. Nice shirt. Is there an entry on F and Yearn? Rolling eyes face.
I don't know, man. Probably at that level, you know. There you go,
Oops, sorry, here's the other 5, my mistake.
No, you're good, dude. It's not really your mistake. It's just like, you know, if you weren't around the day when that got decreed, then how would you know? If you know. So, all right, let me go back and make this visible on the daily, just at least this downtrend, okay? Because you know, this is just pretty bread and butter here. Where if this was actually real, the way we could target this, pretty simple, I think, okay? 200 moving average, critical support looking left, bullish divergence on the daily. RSI ended up not really doing crap, I don't think. Yeah, I guess so, man. If you talk about this low to this low, there was divergence there too. The correction might be done, and if it plays out, very easy to target. With your Fibonacci, you go from your high point to your low point. We're not even close to the 236 yet, but if this was actually if this breakout's real, and crypto and doesn't dump, if Bitcoin doesn't crash and all that stuff, we're looking for a first target of 1.6365 cents. And a second target, of course, 618. There you go. Those are your targets on this breakout, on the daily on VeChain. This could take a while to get, this could take a couple weeks to play out if it's going to. But you got to catch bids, and the macro has to remain strong. Bitcoin cannot dump. Remember what happens with these altcoins, which makes them kind of a joke. Bitcoin goes down 1% and it stays inside the trading range. The thing goes down like 8%. It's just like, what can you even do? I mean, like, they're so sensitive to very small amounts of Bitcoin volatility, and Bitcoin volatility, as we just looked at earlier in the stream, is extremely low levels of volatility right now. So what happens if the volatility picks up and the price doesn't go the way the bulls want? These things are going to get devastated. So we're hoping, though, that the trend continues on Bitcoin. You know, since the crash, we've been making only higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, over and over and over again. And we're just correcting after a really nice summer run. But now, again, GBTC, holy crap. I mean, I took an entry last week on GBTC, and I'm sitting on it. And it's a position trade for me. It's the daily time scale. It's a huge pattern. Yeah, so this is it, man. This is VeChain. Burn this in your mind. It just seems like it just broke out. The divergence is there, and these are your targets. If one was to take a trade at a lower risk, high reward opportunity on a correction that's been going on since July, early July. Okay, you know, you had the double top, whatever, you dumped it, and now these are areas where there might be value. These are areas definitely where reversals can happen. Look at the congestion. There was congestion June 12th before the big run up. That's where you tested now.
That's on IRBT bearish shark combined with a testing previous range looking left combined with earnings on Tuesday. Just found it interesting.
David, I think you posted that in the Patreon. Oh, we can look at it, man. Sorry, I'm dragging. So everyone just try to be patient with me today. Rough around the edges, but we'll get there. I do want to bring up GBTC before we go to the S coins. Okay, so here you go, man. This is it for VeChain. All right. I mean, the way it's so far away, I mean, one could just have a stop below the previous low, you know, at 1.10 cents. Or just right below the. I don't think you want to be messing with VeChain below this level. Like since we broke it, we sprung, we kind of back tested it. I don't think you want to fall below this again. I don't think you want to spend any more time below it with this much divergence. If this daily bullish divergence on the oscillators doesn't play out, then that shows you're still bearish, you know, but you're still in the correction. But this is how it starts, Larry. This is definitely how it can start. Okay. Whew. GBTC, I need you to see this, all right? This is, to me, I find this amazing, okay? I think this is spectacular, all right? What's going on with it, okay? One low, a second low, a third low that tested the 200 simple moving average as support, a third low that back tested the breakout from July 2019, February 2020, and then of course like May of this year, you've broken it and you back tested it as support when it was once resistance. All right, and there's no bearish divergence or anything. It's just your consecutive higher lows, and it could be a huge run. I mean, if this pattern is going to play out, So I don't, you know, Bitcoin spot price is not as clear as this, right? I'm just looking at this like any other asset, and I just like what it's doing. And kind of everything, the reversal started with a pretty crazy looking pin bar hammer. So, and I like now how the 200-day moving average is now slanting upward. Do you see that? It's always a good sign. You always want your largest, most significant moving average to be slanting up if you're bullish, right? You want it to be slanting down if you're bearish. So that's also good, even though it's lagging indicator, all that. This looks good, man. This looks primed, you know, for higher prices. But the best laid plans of my cement, right? Probabilities, not certainties. So that is why position sizing, stop losses, risk management, all have to be taken into consideration on every trade you take. If you don't practice that, man, you're just gambling, dude. You're not doing it the right way. All right. So I just needed to talk about, I mean, if you talk about a structure size, right? I mean, this could go to 22.45. This could almost double up in price if this actually goes all the way. It could take a while. It could take months, a couple months, a few months. But at that point, you know, where Bitcoin price, spot price is much higher too. It's at higher levels than it was in 2019. So we'll see. Okay. Accumulation going on. You've been warned. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, BAT to BTC. I haven't touched this thing. I haven't looked at it in so long, but all the trend lines still there, man. It broke the support, critical area, and now it's just been running. And now it's about to test this low from May 8th. And if it didn't hold that, we'll see you down at 15.99 Satoshis.
Hey brother, could we check log?
Log C. Yep, we'll look at it. Thank you, Nero, for the 10 super chat. Sure. So, don't really know. I mean, certain amounts of divergence, crazy divergence, like triple RSI divergence on the 4 hour. Oh, the daily, man. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, there's divergence on the MACD at least, right? But I mean, you could say it's maybe a low risk area. I don't know, dude. It's not a very strong support. It's only happened one time. The reversal one time happened. That was it. So RSI is not really that great. I mean, I guess if you're saying from this low to this low down here, but again, locally it doesn't look. It's bearish convergence. But the MACD is certainly showing some bullish divergence at this one low from May of 2020. And then, yeah, your 4 hour looks really good on the RSI. I guess. Or it's just like since that sell-off, you know, it's just been doing that, just diverging like crazy. But, you know, again, I'm not really being like, whoa, man, it's a trade, dude. Is it like a wedge, or is it just a down-sloping channel? There's a breakout point, probably. That's the supply line. Yeah, it looks like a channel to me. Just eyeballing it. I don't know. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, so not even a wedge, but that's the consolidation after a big move down. So eventually you'd think, yeah, you could catch some bids and run up to eventually backtest 2069 Satoshis as a resistance before dumping lower or whatever. So I don't know, man, have fun with this asset. You know, the lowest risk area for a long on BAT to BTC would be down here from September 2019, 1,600 sats. That would probably be the best area, the lowest risk entry for an asset that's been stuck kind of in a range from August 2019 to now, right? And that's the lowest part of it. So yeah, maybe have your alert set up at 1,600 sats. All right, okay. Wait. Maybe I gotta look at that. Well, I mean, there was a harmonic, you know, on your, no, this is like part of none of my work saved. This is the alert though for it, I think, the 786, 11,540, but we never got there, and then we sold off, and you know, whatever, there's downsloping resistance of a descending briding wedge or whatever. I think you broke that though. No, never mind, you didn't break anything. Alright, it's kind of tough. It's like that. Something like this right here. So yeah, like a little Gartley came out of, you know, nowhere and not really doing anything. So yeah, I mean, until it breaks 16.6, you know, kind of blah. I don't know, man. This DeFi stuff, it's kind of its own world. Hey, the good news on this is you're about to be neutral to go to positive again, so things could turn around. But this was what we had. You could have made it a Gartley or a Cypher. Doesn't matter because they have the same PCZ. 786, right? Okay, it's a little bit lower. So we never touched the 786, which makes me kind of sketched. And 1272 confluence, so you didn't hit either, but you got very, very close. Very close. Like there's just a little congestion area. That's like the only support you have. You bounced off of it. So it could be time to rally. It could be, but again, at the same time, you know in the back of your head, it never actually hit a 78% retrace or a 1272 fib extension from B to C, X to C. So, I don't know, man. It's interesting. Just don't know if it's going to rally now or if it's going to come hit the PCZ and then maybe rally. But the daily MACD, with all the very little data we have on it, actually looks pretty freaking good. You think it's time, you know, to get price action and positive histogram wicks, and it could build into a massive island and on much higher prices, and you see 20,000 again. I mean, that very real possibility. You're definitely at deep retrace areas, not shallow. This is almost 78%. So yeah, reversals can happen at these levels. Okay. Oh man, that's crazy. Oh, look at this one in a while. Jeez. Let's see. Dude, freaking webcam is stupid, dude. Should be like that. So, I don't know, kind of a mega range. The reason I have these trend lines down here plotted, look what happened. Where did it go? It went to its IPO price during the COVID crash. Look, November 2005, January 2006, and then April 2011. That's a steel support right there. So much congestion at this area throughout history, many years. And that's where it went before it rallied and went a straight line up and corrected for a while, and now it's going again. As of last week, it hit its highest levels since July 2019. Pulled back. So now it seems like you're trying to hold, you broke a resistance, you're trying to hold it as support now. I don't know exactly what kind of pattern it is, if it was anything, right? What if we try like this? 1, 2, 4 touches there. Dang, that's pretty good. This looks like a flag, doesn't it? But you're talking about a bearish bat. Right, what were you talking about? Bearish something? Bearish sharp combined. Testing a previous range. Look left combined with earnings on. Oh yeah, earnings, man. Forget everything. Like, wait till after earnings to even think about it, right? It's filled its gap. It's had a nice run leading up to earnings. It's not showing any bearish divergence. Doesn't have to for a bad report or bad guidance or anything, just to make it gap down or gap up, right? You think, yeah, there is definitely a resistance right here from January 2018 that it has actually not tested yet. Hasn't tested that yet, man. So you figured it would, but just stay away for a couple days, and then we'll come back to it after earnings, and then we can talk about it some more, right? But if you're talking about a bear shark, that's kind of cutting it close. That's so shallow, you know. Is that even good enough? And if it was a shark, the high would be here. I don't think that's a swing high, really. I think it'd be from here, and if that's the case, it's not even close to the PCZ if it's a bear shark. Oh, but I get it. You're probably talking about locally, right? Probably like X A B C D. Yes, that is a bear shark. Perfect. So I mean, like, if hopefully you're just hoping for nothing, you know. What if we get a 50% retrace? You know, it comes down here, and you can get a bullish 5-0 entry, and then we could take a long, and then boom, right? So very good identification of a small bearish bat pattern at its PCZ near a resistance area from 2018, January 2018. But earnings is coming up, so we just wait. We'll wait and talk about it after then, okay? Thank you, David, man. And thank you, 619, for the compliments on my t-shirt. Yeah, Super America. You know, it's like the American flag. I don't know, man. I love America. I can't help it, dude. Okay? It's just in my blood. So, 11,474 on Bitcoin. Let's look at the next request. LOGC. I'm not sure if I've ever seen this before. No, I'm not. Man, it's... a therapeutics company, IPO'd October 2018, looks like. Logic Biotherapeutics. So if you look back through history, there's not much of it, right? Not much history here. I like the higher low. I like the volume. But it was a gap down. That's why there was so much volume. So still making higher lows quietly. And then Friday, bullishly engulfed. Bullish engulfing. Maybe argument could be made on the daily that if this bullish engulfing candle on the daily gets follow price action, we get back above 667, and that's going to help, you know, confirm the development of hidden bullish divergence again on this daily time scale. So impending price action continuation to the upside might be implied right here on log C, and you can see how very critical this area is. Right? I mean, we're talking the first time created, manufactured December 2018, then August 2019, and then December 2019, and then here we are. If we've been fluctuating up and down, up and down. If you get back above it, man, there's always a chance you get a nice rally to the upside. Okay. So there's definitely a chance here, man. We'll see. But yeah, right. I mean, this is kind of lower risk area stuff, of course, right? Concerning though that you're always making lower highs, You know, so I mean, it's really tough to gauge where the supply line might be too. You know, the creek. How do we even? You know, we can't really use the top here. I mean, do we do this, then we adjust? And it's kind of like that. I mean, is that the creek? I don't know. Either way, if the hidden bullish divergence actually plays out and continues to develop, this is the best area for a long. But again, the only time it's really done amazing, or a couple times, it was when the first time you had no idea that was it. But then the second time was pretty nice. But then all you did was sell off and hit it again and make a lower high. So, it's okay. Up 10.35% on Friday, so you know that is. I mean, not a strategic long taken along tomorrow morning. Thought that you said a death cross. Golden cross into a death cross, man. Gross. Bitcoin is certainly not pumping. Fake news. It's still right there, testing 11,485. You break that, man. We know what that is. It's not a joke. It's not a joke, man. Go back to it. Right here. You got to go back all the way to November 29th, 2017. Years ago, this 11,485 trend line, that horizontal ray was created for the first time in history back then. And now look where we are years later, about 3 years later, and we're testing it. As we tested it initially October 10th. Well, not initially, but we tested it throughout history. But I'm saying, like, once we had this run up, that was it. So you broke through it, and you've just not been able to sustain prices above it. But now here we are. If we can break this, man, you're going to see 11,600 most likely next. Okay. Look, we made the adjustment of the RSI, that trend line, right? Okay, we're back out of it. So we're back, the breakout. That's good. That's good. So, and then we look at, let's go to the 3-day. Haven't done that in a while, and that's what gave us a brilliant edge recently with the hidden bullish divergence, clear as day, man. Sorry, I gotta do all this work again. I'm just gonna make this 3-day. Again, forgive me, I'm feeling rough today, man. Super hungover. Okay. I'm gonna hide all this. There's just no point. It's all local 4-hour stuff. Not really relevant on the daily. So right now what's happening on the 3-day is good price action, man. This is narrow range, an impulse up and a breakout, and you have 6 days of a narrow range, right? Look where the candle bodies are. That's bullish. That's not bearish. Go read the book Trades About to Happen by David Weiss, and he'll talk about this type of stuff in the book. And it's like with bar charts. You get an impulse, and this just kind of testament to, yes, of course, the bulls ran it up, the bears pushed it down, but where all the traders settled up is very close, narrow range to that previous impulse candle. That's bullish. It's not bearish. And so now what we're getting is another climb. It could be another candle, a 3 narrow range. Holy crap, 3 candle narrow range. But eventually 11,485 gets broken. This could be it, man. We can get an engulfing candle, 2 days, 2 hours left. Remember, the hidden bullish divergence was there. It helped us, we identified that, and it then actually played out. Square, of course, right? Square bought 50 million, the news catalyst, and it just has been going great ever since then. But we could be ready to go again. The positive memo, it's only 3 histogram wicks. It could just keep building on higher prices. Not bad, man. Three falling peaks on Bitcoin. I don't know about that, man. I mean, like, sure, it could be, but like, what if this keeps going? Right, we haven't reversed. We haven't shown like a reversal to the downside of this level yet, and there's no buyer exhaustion on Bitcoin yet. So your weekly and 3-day, they look good. The monthly looks incredible, and the 3-month is absolutely bullish. So like all your significant timescales look bullish. They don't look bearish. I don't know who you're talking to. If you think they are bearish, this is not bearish, man. You up-thrusted through the 3 Gorges Dam resistance. You failed, you dumped, you went, you back tested critical supports, and then you rallied, and then you broke back above the resistance we needed to break it back above, and then we back tested it 3 weeks in a row, and then bullishly engulfed last week. And now we're about to close with just a standard green candle. It's nothing. It's not, it's literally just a green candle. I think this is strong. You spent a week after the engulfing candle. You're almost you're trying to confirm right now, hey man, that engulfing candle is still real. That was still real, and you could close with a higher high than your previous candle's high. That's great. That's bullish stuff. So now all we have to do, man, is get and stay above 11,463. And I'm telling you, man, there could be a huge markup in price if this sell wall, right, where all these sell orders are, this major congestion area. This is the strongest resistance. I think this is the most significant and important resistance in Bitcoin's history right now because of where we are. We're so high on price. We know there's just no resistance above you barely if you actually break this for real, dude. Like, this could go and see. I mean, we're talking like 13.8. That's the target anyway on the monthly and the 3 month. And look at this, man. This is hilarious, dude. You're about to go positive again. That was a pathetic attempt by the bears on the weekly. About to go positive again. You're back above 60, which I know people don't care, but this is very important.
You check one more deal. Also, happy belated birthday.
Thank you, Nero, man, for the birthday wishes. Yeah, we'll look at DTIL. Sure, man. Okay. Yeah, very good stuff going on Bitcoin on the weekly. And then the monthly log scale, of course. Symmetrical triangle breakout. You back tested the breakout, both breakouts. Remember, there were two breakouts on the monthly. It was the horizontal line breakout, back in June of 2019, second highest level where traders ever settled up. You broke that in July. Back tested it 3 weeks now. We back tested that. But we've spent only 2 weeks back testing the downswing resistance. That's good. That's great. It would be nice. Like, this is a very real possibility. We could be what is considered a break, hook and go confirmation on the monthly chart. That is insane. That means like multi-month, but possibly multi-year bull trend can happen on a break, hook and go confirmation. You're talking getting a break, hook and go confirmation, the strongest form of confirmation that exists in any market on the monthly chart. So we got 13 days to get a candle close above your previous candle, which was 11,678. So we want Bitcoin to be at a price of, let's say, 11,700 by November 1st, okay? Remember that. Burn that in your mind. 11.7 by 11.7. Whatever. Anyway, so, but really on this chart, I mean, the target, if the support's being held, it was once resistance, is now support for 3 months. If it holds and it's going to actually perform, then your target really is $13,828, that wick high from June of 2019. Okay. So the 3 month, the quarterly, just real quick. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Look how high it is. 65 on the RSI. It's brilliant. Perfect. The breakout's there. It was September 30th was the last day of this previous candle you're looking at right here. That was once October 1st rolled around and the candle closed here. That was the breakout, the confirmed breakout on the quarterly candle. Wonderful. It's good. This is all bullish stuff. It may all fail because it's Bitcoin, but I'm just telling you, like, the significant time scales are all bullish. Despite all this short-term stuff chopping around, chop city, man, right? Interesting chart. Yeah, this looks good, man. DTIL. Go to the weekly. Look at that, man. I wish you would have talked to me in September, because look at the classic bullish divergence that developed on the MACD. Whoa, on the weekly. Whoa, man. That's serious good stuff. Class B bullish divergence at an ice line. Potential double bottom. Man, that's great. That's real good. But now it's like, oh, it's played out. I wish you would, hey man, can you look at this now? Or can you look at this weeks ago? This was actually divergence. It's very close to not being, but it's still the Class C divergence, bullish divergence on the RSI on the weekly. So the daily didn't have much help. It was just you had to look at the weekly to see, holy crap, man, at this level could get a reversal. But now I don't really know. The daily is kind of meh. It's had a nice run and could pull back. Alright, was the supply line broken of any sort? It was. Look, we have a dragon breakout of some sort, right? Somewhat. I don't really know where the entry would be here. I mean, yes, you would know where the entry is. Look left. Okay, this is good news. This is really good stuff on this asset, okay? Look, you sprung back above 627, which was a very discernible low from October 24th, 2019. That's when Bitcoin was going crazy that day. And we've broken it, and we're now back testing it as support. And at that support level, that's a bullish pin bar. I mean, it really is a bullish pin bar. So you don't want to fall below this area. That's almost like, I mean, there was, don't care, you don't have to call it anything, but let's look this small neckline here. You see it? And just this is taking a little outside the box thinking here. If it broke that, you could target. Oh my god, I'm in log scale. It's okay though. It's still, it's not, okay, yeah, this is fine. So let's see, not in log. Oh, that's pretty interesting look in log scale, right? Because in linear, you don't get this downsloping resistance breakout. So we looked at it in log, and that's telling us something. But here you are, right? This is all you look at, and you say, okay, easy stop loss just below 627, because we don't want anything to do with this asset below 627. Okay, so it's almost so easy to just be like, yeah, man, right here, right there, and then right there, boom, 3.6 to 1 reward to risk on DTIL. You get stopped out, whatever, minimal losses, you move on. Okay, that's it. Weekly bullish divergence, don't forget it, man. That could take you much higher. That could definitely take you to 972. Okay, not bad, dude. Okay, we cool, you get it. The entry would be, you know, now-ish if one was to do it, okay? And look at that, man. Look how, dude, this is almost unbelievable. It's almost unreal. Where the highest point, this high from June of this year, literally is the 100% measure move of the structure I just painted.
On a Discord, but maybe it's decent entry.
Yeah, decent. I mean, it's decent because we know, like, where we don't want anything to do with it, because if it breaks 627, it's probably going to 466 again in time. But if it holds above that long enough and it just back tested it as support, then it could break the neckline and run to the next real high, which just happens to lie. TA Tetris, man. It's perfect. 980. Wow. Okay. Good look, Nero. Man. Very nice. Thanks for the contributions, too. Okay, so Ethereum's starting to move. Well, yep. Nice big candle. Positive momentum starting to build again. 4 hour. Yeah, a hidden bullish divergence continuing to play out. Very nice. Bitcoin's just right at that 11,485 area. It's just knocking on heaven's door, kind of. Just knocking on that November 2017 high point. It hasn't broken it yet, so forgive me if the stream is not that great today. I am extremely hungover, man. All right. Whoever you are, Germany, trying to call me, dude, don't call me, okay? It's weird. Really weird me out. Thanks. Five more likes. Can we do it, chat? If you're enjoying the live stream at all, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. You know, just if you're getting any value out of the stream, that's what I try to do, is provide a little bit of value to your everyday in the world of charts. Okay? Trying to stay live as long as possible for you. Oh. No hair of the dog ever. No. No thank you. Nah. I'm just gonna... whatever it's called. I'm gonna struggle through it. Power through it. Whatever. Oh, was that off? Sorry. Dang it, man. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Whatever. Lumia, you suck. $195 to 246 likes real fast. Well, thank y'all for all participating and showing your support for the stream. Because when you do the like button, it helps with the algos and maybe more people finding me showing up in other people's recommended. So, you know, just trying to spread the word, the gospel of the TA, man. Right? Trying to spread the Holy Trinity, the TA, the position sizing, the risk management. Amen. All right, Jesus shines. That's right, man. All right. So, you know, like today, it's just been, we've rallied some, 1% up, not much movement, range bound, rectangling, we would call it a definite bullish rectangle, form of consolidation after an impulse up. Dude, I don't know what to tell you about my webcam, man. It's so dumb. Freak out webcam, freak out, man. Good God. Thinking shaking it will work? It won't. Let's go back to futures real quick. Bitcoin 11,545 on the futures. S&P 500 top left, just hanging out. You know, climbed a little bit. 0.45% up. Dow Jones 0.34% up. Nasdaq 0.64% up. And we're all thinking that might have something to do with hope for the stimulus checks before the election, which there's not much time left between now and the election, so could be getting expedited. And it seems like the market does in fact like that conjecture, but it is not certain. We don't know. Could be hopeful. The webcam, if you didn't notice, it just starts, it blinks occasionally, just like freaks out. It's just like, eh. It's really scuffed, man. What's there, dude? I don't know how you're not. Well, I mean, it's good. It's good that you don't notice it because that means you're not paying attention to my webcam. You're paying attention to what I'm looking at on the chart. But it's there. I keep seeing it in my peripheral. It's just blink. There it was. Boom. Just a weird blink. Just. So we're trying to break back above that 11,485, which would be phenomenal, man. You always want to get back above that. Oh man, it's a rough day. Rough day, man. Real rough. What I like to see are altcoins that have broken out, right? Are starting to climb again. Remember Link. We're just going back to it because we've been covering this like every day, where it has broken out of its correction. It's making higher lows. Look how it's back testing the breakout as a support multitude of times, different candles, and the hidden bullish divergence is starting to play out, right? And pending price action continuation to the upside. It's continuing to the upside, not by much, really not by much, but it's there. I think we have that going on across multiple multiple assets. Okay, but remember, we got targets. One target's 13.71. The next target's $15. It's been this way. It all started with the triple MACD bullish divergence after bouncing off this heart line as support forever. You caught some bids. You got back above 8.89 cents. Very important. And now you're bouncing and you're making higher highs, higher lows until you're not. Beautiful. Oh, man. Link's been looking pretty good. So you got about 46 minutes to go till the daily candle closes, the weekly candle closes.
Noise! Hope you had a good one, Mitch. Finally made my move to Puerto Rico. Going to take TA more seriously to become kings with all of you.
Excellent, Scuba Steve, man. Well, you know, you're the ocean man, Jesus man. So appropriate. Where you moved. But yeah, man, I mean, yeah, man, TA is all, like, I think it's like anything in life, you know, the more effort, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. So just all depends on your prerogative, how seriously you want to take it. I don't know, man, it's just awesome. This world, I fell in love with it 10 years ago and never looked back, man. My life bullishly engulfed. TA engulfed my life bullishly. And then a breakaway gap, and so we've never filled that gap and probably never will, you know, just like Walmart since 1973 or something. Just kangs, man. My dad never got me into TA. My dad got me into just investing in this world of finance and stuff. He was a great guide, and all he did was just kind of I don't know, he was the spark, and then the TA was the gasoline, and it just, boom, blew up. My passion took over, right? Yeah, you really want to find in life something you're passionate about. If you haven't, and if you don't know what it is, if you have to say, well, I think I'm passionate about something, you're not. And you gotta just keep looking for what you want in life. Hey man, I'm 33 now. I get to talk like an old person now, okay? Just kidding. So man, I'll tell you, we're just butting up against that and trying to break 11,485, man. Here we go a little bit. Interesting how a 3-year-old resistance has been regarded multiple times today as resistance. Trying to break it in. Not Tomas, man. You know what else helps with the hangover? Time and hydration and electrolytes. I'm doing that. I'm not going with hair of the dog. But all should be optimistic. I mean, in this situation, now it does suck, right? I mean, it really does suck that we have an election coming up that could put a wrench in the cogs of Bitcoin. But man, the 3-month, the monthly, the weekly, all look spectacular right now. Again, we had a pullback. We had a 30% retrace from the COVID crash to the top that we created in August. 30%. And there's so much demand for it. That's where bids came in, lots of them. And now we're trying to break back above the 11,463 high, which is pretty much 11,485. That's a 20, what is that? Say 11,463, 11,045. Those are like the same resistance, man. And that was all created, right, in November of 2017. Wow. Okay. Same price, pretty much. That's it. So this is the Three Gorges Dam resistance too. Okay. So futures are starting to climb again a little bit. Not moving too much. Volatility, not much of it. So there you go, man. Just again, we tested it and we're trying to break it, but we just haven't yet. Okay. So let's go check on ZRX, which was also showing promise at promising levels. Still unable to really get it together. You're making higher lows, but you're making lower highs. So in the 200 moving average, just you're unable to break it, man. So it looked okay, and now it's starting to look a little sketchy. I mean, hard to say. You know, it's pretty neutral. Price contraction going on, almost diamond stuff. You know, a little bit. A diamond. I don't have to plot it and just tell you. It's like a symmetrical triangle. It's a neutral pattern. It's the warring between buyers and sellers. So, good luck on ZRX. This is definitely a level where a major reversal to the upside could happen. I mean, you lost so much value in such a short period of time, and now you're back to the mega congestion area, support resistance, and you got to somehow get back above 39.93 cents, or you could very well see much lower prices. You've got to break this, man, and it must be broken. And you've got to stay above it, and you got to back test it, and you got to run away from it. High prices, okay? And you're just kind of bound between 34 cents and 43 cents. Okay, so ZRX, and then what else? So Tezos is also looking interesting. Yep, now you got three rising valleys kind of on Tezos, man. Wow, holy crap. Tezos, everyone hates Tezos. I should make a TV show, but I'm telling you, man, this is not bad now. I mean, the hidden bullish divergence developed on it, and now it's starting to play out a little bit. Not really. I mean, it's pivoting. Now you're seeing a pivot. So you now have classic accumulation after a breakout of a correction where the asset lost 57% of its value in 42 days. Mega correction. All right, and now think about this. There could be value here. You're showing a classic accumulation pattern where from that major low from March to the high around a 78% retrace. So value perceived areas. Okay, classic accumulation structure developing at near 786. And hidden bullish divergence in the 4 hour. All right, so I mean, you know, say what you want about Tezos, but this is, if you were on a traditional market, this is what you're looking for. This is this type of stuff you want to see. All right, and where could it go? You know where it could go, between 289 and 349. Tezos, man. Consecutive higher lows, classic accumulation. If not here, there you go, man. Load a dump, dude. Whatever. Okay. Good look. Good look on Tezos, man. Pray for Bitcoin. That's all I can tell you, man. On every single asset, every crypto, pray for Bitcoin. All right, man. Well, you got 38 minutes till the close. I think I've served my purpose, whatever that is. You may have gotten something out of it today, maybe not. Whatever. Did all I could, man. Trying. Remember, it's like hangover post-birthday stream. It's not supposed to be insane, alright? But you know where we are. Hopefully you've gained value and you're like a little bit more up to date, up to speed on maybe what's going on Bitcoin. We looked at all the time scales with the futures. We looked at GBTC, grayscale, right? We looked at all of it, man. So that's why I'm here, and that's why you keep tuning back in. All right. So I'll be back. Thank you so much for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything. Till next time, respect the TA. Oh yeah, dude, I forgot about it. We gotta talk about that one. Yeah. Oh my god, my fucking mic was muted. Okay, so KNC looks really good. Hi, I'm back. Mike, whatever, is back. Does it, showing the classic divergence on the daily RSI. Now it's making a higher low than the previous low. I like this, man. I like the way KNC looks right now. If Bitcoin fails, it's screwed. But if Bitcoin doesn't fail, KNC has a real chance for upside here. Okay, you're making a higher low than your previous lows. Okay. So upside 106. That's the target at this point. And if you break that, man, think about the size of the structure here. All right, if it ever breaks, be a nice one. Could be a really nice move up, dude. Where would it take you? It would take you to the big resistance support area. Wow, of course. That's a TA Tetris, man. So that's it on KNC. This is a pretty good looking spot. Okay. Could take a minute, and it has to have Bitcoin approval. Okay? That's it. KNC. Just wanted to come back to show you this one. It looks gorgeous. Alright. Till next time. Respect the T. A.
JP. I am a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
Adios, turd nuggets.